Have you ever woken up feeling like every joint in your body is staging a full-on rebellion? Your knees creak, your wrists ache, your fingers refuse to cooperate, and you're tempted to chalk it up to the inevitable march of time. But hold on a second, what if I told you that pain in every joint isn't always just a side effect of aging? That's right, there's more to this story than a few extra candles on your birthday cake. Welcome to our health channel, where we're all about digging into the nitty-gritty of what's going on with your body. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of joint pain, why it happens, what it could mean, and how you can take control of it. So, grab a comfy seat, maybe with a heating pad, and let's unravel why your joints might be screaming and what you can do to hush them up. Let's kick things off by busting a myth. Joint pain isn't exclusively an old person problem. Sure, aging can play a role, we'll get to that, but it's not the whole picture. Picture this, you're 35, active, and suddenly every joint feels like it's been replaced with rusty hinges. Or maybe you're 50, and you've been blaming Father Time, but the pain's intensity just doesn't add up. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, over 58 million adults in the U.S. deal with some form of arthritis alone, and that's just one piece of the joint pain puzzle. The truth is, there's a whole lineup of culprits that could be behind your achy joints, and some of them might catch you off guard. Our mission today is to explore these possibilities, from the usual suspects to the sneaky ones hiding in plain sight, and arm you with the knowledge to fight back. So, where do we start? Let's talk about the big player in the joint pain game, arthritis. You've probably heard of it, but did you know there are over 100 different types? It's like a buffet of misery, and each dish has its own flavor of pain. The most common one people associate with aging is osteoarthritis. Think of it as the wear and tear champ over time. The cartilage that cushions your joint starts to break down, leaving bone rubbing on bone like a bad dance move. It loves to hit weight-bearing joints like your knees, hips, and spine, but it can also crash the party in your hands or shoulders. You might notice stiffness after sitting too long, a grinding sensation when you move, or swelling that makes your joints look like they've had a rough night. Aging can speed this up, sure, but it's not the only guest at the table. Genetics can make you more prone to it. Obesity piles on extra pressure, and old injuries, like that time you twisted your ankle playing pickup basketball, can set the stage years later. But osteoarthritis is just one type of arthritis. Let's meet its feistier cousin, rheumatoid arthritis. This one's not about wear and tear, it's an autoimmune showdown. Your immune system, which is supposed to be your body's bouncer, gets confused and starts attacking the lining of your joints. The result? Inflammation that turns your joints into swollen, painful battlegrounds. Unlike osteoarthritis, which might pick on one or two joints, rheumatoid arthritis loves a crowd. It often hits multiple joints at once, symmetrically, so both wrists or both knees might hurt together. It's not shy about bringing friends either. Fatigue, a low-grade fever, even weight loss can tag along. Morning stiffness is a hallmark, sometimes lasting hours, like your joints are protesting the day's agenda. And here's the kicker, it doesn't care how old you are. It can strike in your 30s, 40s, or even younger, proving that joint pain isn't just an aging thing. Then there's gout, the drama queen of arthritis. Imagine waking up to a big toe that feels like it's been set on fire. That's gout in action. It's caused by uric acid crystals building up in your joints, and it's got a flair for the dramatic with sudden, intense pain that can knock your socks off, if you could even get them on. Diet plays a starring role here. Too much red meat, shellfish, or beer can crank up your uric acid levels, but genetics and certain meds can also roll out the red carpet for it. It usually picks one joint at a time, but in chronic cases, it can spread the love to other spots. So, if every joint's hurting, gout might not be the main act, but it's worth a cameo in our investigation. Arthritis isn't the only troublemaker, though. Let's pivot to injuries, those moments when life throws you a curveball and your joints take the hit. A sprained ankle from a misstep on the trail, a shoulder tweak from lifting something heavy, or a knee that never quite recovered from that high school soccer game. These can all leave lasting echoes. If the damage doesn't heal right, you might end up with chronic pain or even set the stage for osteoarthritis down the road. And if you've had multiple injuries, well, your joints might start feeling like a collective complaint department. The pain might not hit all at once, but over time, those old wounds can gang up, making you wonder why everything hurts. Now, let's get a little wilder. Infections can crash your joint party too. Ever heard of septic arthritis? It's when bacteria, viruses, or even fungi sneak into a joint, usually via the bloodstream or an injury, and turn it into an inflamed mess. The pain is sharp, the joint swells up fast, and you might even run a fever. It's typically a one-joint affair, like your knee or hip, but if the infection spreads, or you've got a systemic issue, multiple joints could join the chaos. This one's rare, but it's a medical emergency, so if your joint's hot, red, and screaming, don't wait to get it checked out. And here's a plot twist, your medicine cabinet might be in on it. Some medications list joint pain as a side effect. Statins, those cholesterol-lowering champs, can sometimes make your muscles and joints grumble. Certain antibiotics, like fluoroquinolones, have been linked to tendon and joint issues. Even cancer treatments or long-term steroids can stir the pot. If your joint pain kicked in after starting a new med, it's worth a chat with your doc to see if there's a connection. But what if the pain's not just in one or two spots? What if it feels like every joint's in on the action? That's when we zoom out to systemic conditions, issues that don't mess around with just one part of you, but take a whole-body approach. Rheumatoid arthritis is a prime suspect here, as we've seen, with its multi-joint mayhem. But let's meet another contender, lupus or systemic lupus erythematosus if we're being formal. This autoimmune disease is like a rogue artist, painting chaos across your body, joints, skin, kidneys, you name it. Joint pain in lupus can mimic rheumatoid arthritis, hitting multiple spots with swelling and stiffness, but it's got its own signature moves, a butterfly-shaped rash across your cheeks, fatigue that knocks you flat, and a sensitivity to sunlight that makes you feel like a vampire. It's tricky because it can flare up and then quiet down, leaving you wondering what's next. Then there's fibromyalgia, a bit of a mysterious guest. It's not arthritis, it doesn't inflame or damage your joints, but it sure can make them feel like they're hurting. Fibromyalgia is all about widespread pain, often in muscles and joints, tied to how your brain amplifies pain signals. You might feel achy all over, exhausted even after sleeping, and foggy-headed to boot. It's like your body's volume knob for pain got stuck on high. It often hangs out with other conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or migraines, making it a complex puzzle to solve. Don't sleep on polymyalgia rheumatica either. It's a tongue twister that loves people over 50, but it's not just aging. It brings pain and stiffness to your shoulders, neck, and hips, sometimes so bad you can barely lift your arms to brush your hair. It's linked to inflammation, and while it's not hitting every joint, its systemic vibe can make you feel like your whole body's betraying you. Or take vasculitis, where your blood vessels get inflamed and can drag joints into the fray alongside other organs. These systemic conditions are like the ultimate multitaskers of misery, and they're a big reason why every joint hurting deserves a closer look. So, how do you figure out what's behind your joint pain? Symptoms are your first clues, and they can vary wildly. With osteoarthritis, it's that creaky, stiff feeling after sitting too long, maybe with some swelling or a crunching sound when you move. Rheumatoid arthritis or lupus might bring swelling, redness, and warmth, plus that morning stiffness that feels like your joints are glued shut. Gout's a sudden, searing pain, often with a joint that looks angry and puffy. Fibromyalgia is more of a diffuse ache, paired with fatigue that doesn't quit. Infections scream with heat and rapid swelling, while injuries might nag with a dull throb tied to movement. If multiple joints are involved, watch for extras like fever, unexplained weight loss, or rashes. They're red flags that something bigger's brewing. Getting to the bottom of it means a trip to the doctor, and trust me, it's worth it. They'll start with the basics, a physical exam to check your joints for swelling, tenderness, or weird angles. They'll ask about your history, any old injuries, family arthritis tales, or new symptoms popping up. Then come the detective tools. Blood tests can spot inflammation markers like C-reactive protein or hunt for antibodies tied to autoimmune diseases. Think rheumatoid factor or ANA for lupus. X-rays might show joint damage or wear, while an MRI or ultrasound can peek deeper at soft tissues. If they suspect gout or infection, they might tap the joint, pulling out fluid to check for crystals or bugs. It's like a crime scene investigation, but the goal is catching the culprit early, especially with stuff like rheumatoid arthritis, where waiting can mean more damage. Once you've got a diagnosis, it's time to fight back. Treatments depend on what's driving the pain, and there's a whole toolbox to pick from. For osteoarthritis, over-the-counter heroes like ibuprofen or acetaminophen can tame pain and inflammation. If it's tougher, your doc might bring in corticosteroids to calm the storm or even suggest joint injections. Rheumatoid arthritis and lupus call for heavier hitters, disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drugs, DMARDs, like methotrexate or biologics that tell your immune system to chill out. Gout gets its own script with meds like allopurinol to cut uric acid, plus NSAIDs for flare-ups. Infections need antibiotics or drainage fast, while injuries might mean rest, ice, and maybe a brace. But it's not all pills and shots, your daily moves matter too. Physical therapy can be a game changer, building strength around your joints and boosting flexibility. Picture a therapist guiding you through stretches or pool exercises that feel like a mini vacation for your joints. If a joint's too far gone, like a knee that's more bone on bone than cushion, surgery might step in, from arthroscopy to clean things up to a full joint replacement. And don't underestimate lifestyle tweaks. Dropping extra weight takes pressure off your knees and hips. Studies say losing 10 pounds can feel like 40 less on your joints. Low-impact activities like swimming or biking keep you moving without pounding your joints into submission. Diet's a secret weapon too. Load up on anti-inflammatory foods. Think salmon packed with omega-3s, berries bursting with antioxidants, or turmeric spiced into your curry. Nuts like walnuts, leafy greens, even a handful of chia seeds, they're all joint-friendly. On the flip side, ditch the inflammation triggers, processed junk, sugary sodas, and too much red meat. Gout folks, watch the purines, steak and shrimp lovers. Staying hydrated keeps everything lubricated, and cutting back on booze can dodge gout flare-ups. It's not about perfection. It's about tipping the scales in your favor. Let's talk prevention and management, because you're not powerless here. Staying active is huge. Think 30 minutes most days, gentle stuff like walking or yoga that keeps your joints happy. Warm up first, and don't overdo it. Listen when your body says enough. Keep your weight in check. Every pound counts. Protect your joints in action. Lift with your legs, not your back, and use gear like knee pads if you're kneeling a lot. Sleep's a biggie. 7 to 9 hours recharges you and dials down inflammation. Stress? It's a pain amplifier, so try deep breathing or a quick meditation sesh to keep it in check. And if you smoke, quitting's a joint saver. It messes with inflammation and healing big time. Chronic joint pain can mess with your head too, and that's real. Feeling like your body's turned against you can spark frustration, anxiety, even depression. Don't bottle it up, talk to someone, whether it's a friend, a support group, or a therapist. Mindfulness can shift your focus. Imagine 5 minutes of slow breaths, melting the tension away. Keep doing what you love, even if it's adapted. Maybe swap running for swimming or gardening for painting. Your mental game's as crucial as the physical one, so give it some love. Want specifics? Start your day with a smoothie, spinach, blueberries, a scoop of flaxseed. Your joints will thank you. Lunch could be a salad with kale, almonds, and grilled mackerel. Dinner? A veggie stir-fry with chicken and a dash of ginger. Alternative therapies might help too. Acupuncture's got fans for arthritis relief, and a good massage can ease tight muscles. Just check with your doc first to keep it safe. Here's the bottom line. Pain in every joint isn't just aging's fault. It could be arthritis, sure, but also autoimmune rebels, old injuries, or even your meds playing tricks. Systemic conditions like lupus or fibromyalgia can make it a full-body affair, and catching it early can change the game. You've got options, meds, movement, food, and mindset tweaks to take charge. If your joints are shouting, don't ignore them. Get them checked. Your health's your superpower, and small steps can keep you moving strong. Thanks for hanging out with us. If this hit home, smash that like button and subscribe for more health deep dives. Got questions or topics you want us to tackle? Drop them in the comments. Stay well, and we'll catch you next time.